Hey Libra, thank you for being here. Dawn Burgeons Tarot. I'm here with your May 2022 General Collective Reading. I am, what was I going to say? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, collective reading for Libra. Take it as it fits. I'm going to give you pieces to the puzzle. It will fit for a lot of you guys. For some, it will not. Definitely check out your moon, check out your ascendant to get a clear picture. So yeah, if you like the content, you know what to do. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get ready to jump right in. Sign of Libra. Cards have been pre-shuffled. The Eight of Swords popped out. So we'll just keep that to the side here. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And we have the Devil. So we have Pisces, we have Virgo, we have Capricorn, and we also have Gemini. And it's interesting that we have eights, all eights. Um, so we'll get to that part in a minute. There is a Libra that is leaving behind, or walking out on a particular situation, or they're walking away from a particular situation. They may be walking away from a particular offer. But I'm feeling like there's something, and on the outside looking in, it seems like something that is a pretty good situation, but for Libra, it's just not enough, or it's not really like satisfying Libra. And so I'm feeling like this person has gone off to kind of do their own thing. Like they're doing, of course, it's Eight of Pentacles. It's about, I mean, it's a few things, but it's about the freedom of stress. It's about kind of engaging yourself with something that you love, focusing on yourself, doing something that is that means something to you. So this Libra has walked away from a situation. There could be a Libra that is finding their independence. There could be a Libra that has been accustomed to doing a particular thing, and like they I don't know what I just said, because I was kind of like, a lot of times when I'm reading, my eyes are closed and I'm just kind of like saying things, just kind of as it comes to me. But I don't know what I just said. But anyways, so yeah, so there could be a Libra that's finding their independence. There could be a Libra that is moving on, kind of, and doing their own thing. There could be a Libra that is moving on into a situation of, for some, maybe like the adult industry. Um, like maybe they were doing something that they like to do or that they love to do, but maybe they needed more foundationally or financially, is what I'm getting. Eights, it represents inner strength in the tarot. I'm feeling like in this eight of, well, okay, I'll get to that part in a minute. But yeah, the Eight of Swords, there's probably been like a lot of indecision, or there's probably been a lot of hesitancy, like Libra or this person knows what they want, but they're afraid to go after it. uh, they're kind of afraid to take the blinders off. I feel like this person knows that they're capable of doing so, but they're choosing not to do so. And I don't mean that in a way as to suggest that Libra is choosing to be in a state of mental turmoil, if that's the case. But I mean it to, like, in this particular depiction, I'm saying that, um, of course, with the Eight of Swords, there's a way out. Of course, with the Eight of Swords, like, a person has options. A person has a freedom that they aren't fully taking advantage of. Or I'm feeling like this person, maybe, especially if this is a situation where there's something being done for money or in exchange for money, this person may feel a little bit out of pocket for doing it. Like, they may not, that may have kind of altered their frequency a little bit, because they're feeling like, okay, I'm doing this because it's easy money, it's something to do, but I don't feel great about it. So that may be the mental challenge for some people. um, I'm feeling like there are some people that can't see beyond, and they don't really know what it is they want in life. Like, they may be a little stagnated. They may not, people say, well, just find your passion, or go towards your passion, do what you love. But for some people, they're not finding the answers. They aren't fully sure of what that is. So there's a freedom. Now, and I'm just feeling like there's someone who needs to take a good look around. Do the research. Kind of dive in and just see and get an idea of what's all out there, because there's a great big world. Sometimes, there are a lot of people out there that are just kind of floating through, that don't really have all of the answers. But I'm feeling like Spirit is suggesting, and I'm going to pull a few more cards, that um, intuitively I feel like you are you are capable of acquiring or attaining whatever it is that your heart wants, or that you really, really want. I just feel like the biggest thing for whoever this is for is figuring out what that is. I feel like they're just kind of at a standstill. They're walking towards something, because it's like this Eight of Cups isn't enough. The Eight of Cups isn't enough because this person doesn't fully know what they even fully want. They're just trying to make ends meet. They're trying to um, make things move. But they don't really have, like, their passion, or they haven't found their passion, or what really makes them thrive, or what really makes them tick, or their heartbeat, is what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. So let's clarify. There are so many different variances and situations. So the adult film angle definitely may not be your story, of course, but I'm feeling like that's a very specific thing. But generally speaking, I'm feeling like this Eight of Cups and Eight of Pentacles energy, um, along with this Devil energy, someone is doing something that may not be fully favorable, or may not be something that they fully want to do, but it may be easy money, kind of in general. And the adult film angle that came to my head just because when you're sitting at home or don't know what else to do, that's something to do, and it seems like the easiest thing to do, but it could be a myriad of things. So just be mindful. So we have the Three of Wands, and we have the Ace of Wands. So we have some Aries energy. This Three of Wands is definitely saying there is more out there. There is so much, and that's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to jump the gun because the cards weren't here yet. But when I got to this Eight of Swords, I was going to say Libra just needs to realize there is so much more out there for them, and it's like they just refuse to see it, or don't see it, or don't know how to go towards it. Maybe Libra is dealing with certain mental anguish or mental anxiety, or like mental issues in general that has them kind of stagnated, that they want to get through. This Eight of Swords could indicate a variance of things, and it's a collective, so that in itself could indicate a variance of things, but it's something along those lines. But this Three of Wands is saying there is something for you that is on another level. There is something that is I'm feeling like for some people they may be in a particular field, or they may have a particular hobby that will maybe expose them like on an international level. And nowadays, honestly, it's not really, I mean, you still have to work, but it's not like a very difficult thing to do with all of the channels and avenues that we have now that we didn't have 20, 30 years ago. So there is definitely something that is calling you, and it may be something even like literally overseas. But yeah, so that's interesting. And this Ace of Wands is saying that it's not like, it's not fluff. It's not like just like this flippant like desire or will, to want this Three of Wands energy or to fully encompass it. It is something that is tangible. It is something that is in your grasp. May not be literally, but it is very capable. Do what you need to do, but don't sell yourself. Don't lower the bar for yourself. Don't do anything that's going to be a detriment to your health, your stability, to your life overall. Don't do anything that's going to to cause any type of friction or turmoil in your life. But if it's something that you're feeling something like more like okay, I don't know. I don't even know how to address this, honestly. If this part of the story is your story, and you're thinking about doing something kind of ill for money, just use tact with all things. If it's something like adult film related, then be mindful. Don't have your face everywhere. Don't, and you're worried about being seen, and I don't know. That's a whole nother beast, and I'm not really gonna get into all of that. But again, that's not everyone's story. This could just be a feeling of entrapment, a feeling of being, a feeling trapped, like you're not living to your full potential. And that is, when we think about the devil card, we think about addictions, or we think about lust, or we think about, things like that. But just that mental chain and strain and strongholds, it's very binding. It's very debilitating. And so there's someone that may just be feeling helpless and hopeless and stuck. But this Three of Wands and Ace of Wands, I'm telling you guys, this is a very foretelling. I'm not playing with you. Like, this is a very foretelling spread. This Three of Wands and Ace of Wands, come on, after the Eight of Swords, and we've so diligently and intently talked about, walking away from something and taking off, that, that mask and seeing things for what it is. And then this Three of Wands and Ace of Wands, I mean, you can't make that up. You need to see your power. You need to own that. I think other people see it. I'm just like intuitively being led to say that. I feel like others can see it, but you can't. You can't see what other people see for some reason. And that's always the kicker. You have time that's meant for someone. If you're like middle age, a lot of times people get middle age and feel like they're on their deathbed or something. What are you doing? Like, there's so much time, you know. It's just go for it. And I'm just feeling like that's for someone as well. And yeah, and that's what I have for you guys. New opportunities await you. Something that is very meaningful and something that means something to you. It may be something that you want to do that you just haven't really put your whole heart into because you feel like it's just so far fetched, or you're just, you don't have what it takes, or just something like that. It's really time to delve into the depths of like your soul and your spirit and your heart, to get to know yourself better, if that makes sense. For someone, you need to get to know yourself better, is what I'm being led to say. Yeah, so let's see. Yep. Wow. So the Six of Cups popped out. So that's some Scorpio energy. And then I said to sum this up for Libra. And when I asked Spirit to sum this up, this is the card that we got. Ace of Cups. So we have two aces. So yeah, you have, there is love there. There is love within you. There is love there for you. There are so many opportunities of love, and opportunities of just opportunities. You know what I mean? Like, that await you, all that are just hovering, and it's like you have no full perception of it, because you're just kind of in this state that is very, for some, that's very inherent and that's very encrypted. So it's going to take some work to kind of get through that, and to kind of recalibrate and reset. But yeah, just know that Spirit has something amazing for you. And the Six of Cups, to me, it can take on different connotations as well. But for me, in this situation, just intuitively, the Six of Cups is saying to forgive yourself, to not be hard on yourself, to love yourself, to give yourself as much grace as you give your fellow man, to not judge yourself. I keep looking at this Justice card, like you judge yourself. You're your own worst critic. But you're amazing. You're just an awesome person. But unfortunately, we don't see that a lot of times. So yeah, just work on that. I would say just work on that. Focus on your talents, on your strengths. Focus on figuring it out, what it is you want to do, and what it is that you should be doing. Maybe that thing that you feel like is just the most far-fetched thing. Like, there are a lot of people doing very far-fetched things. There's someone who wanted to go to the moon one day and went to the moon one day. I mean, I know that sounds far-fetched, but I'm just giving you a perspective. Like, don't count yourself out, because that's just not the reality. You have a warped perception. Your perception is very warped. It is warped. For whoever this is for, love yourself. Be confident. Own it. I know it's not, just a switch, especially if it's something that you struggle with, like confidence, or just, putting yourself out there, or being vocal. It takes baby steps. Crawl, slither, you know what I mean? Slither to a crawl to a hobble, hobble to it's steps. You have to work on it, but you'll get there, little by little, bit by bit. I'm going to title this video Bit by Bit. No, I'm not. That sounds crazy, but I guess that's the general tone of it. Just take it bit by bit, step by step. Just like this guy in this cup, he has that walking stick. Just trudge along one step at a time. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I have for you guys, Libra. So, yeah, take it how it resonates. how it resonates. And definitely leave me a comment or let me know what you think. A like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. No pressure. But I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great rest of your May, and I'll see you next time. Bye.